I'm back with another triggering topic. Now, today's topic is terrifying, scary, demonic, straight up out of a horror movie. It's about diabolical men who have one goal in mind, and that is to break you and make you suffer and crush your spirit while simultaneously siphoning your energy and using your pain as power for their souls. Now, this is going to be a different type of video, more spiritual and kind of scary, so trigger warning. But let me show y'all some clips and I'll be right back.
Ungratefulness, like when I sense that a female doesn't deserve to be treated right, I smell blood in the water. Like a female called me up there, she said, "You're a predator." I'm like, "I'm not a predator." She was like, "No, you're literally preying on females' emotions. Like you're a predator."
Oh, predators are like little kids. That's predator to me.
That's I don't like them words. I'm just a stalker of weakness when it comes to emotional and like when I notice I can get something out of you. Cause I'm not gonna lie, like, and like I mean this like on my mom, like on my grandmother, like on everybody that passed away. I do find pleasure in females being upset and hurt over me.
I don't know.
I find pleasure in that. Like when a bitch cries in my face knowing that I did some bullshit to her, it does arouse me. Because you know, a bitch will teach you how to break her heart when you first meet her. She'll tell you everything her last nigga did to her. And instead of me having sympathy for a bitch, I'll take notes and write it down. And then I'll times tens it. You thought this healing stage was bad? Well, you just gave me notes to a test, and I make it worse. So keep teaching me how to break your heart. Keep teaching me what you allow. This is my specialty. Because see, I don't want your heart just to be broken when you're done dealing with me. I want you off the earth.
He was telling us the other day, you feel me? Your grandmother recently went to prison. So, feel me? We want to know, like,
well, she recently came home. She went to prison back in 2018, 19.
How old is your grandma?
She was 62.
She was, or she is now?
62 when she went to prison.
Oh, all right.
And she went 2018.
So what happened though?
Damn.
Like, why is
she took my gun charge?
Oh.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, everybody be like, yeah, we got the grandson. She lived her life. Like, I'm a fresh 18.
Yo, like, she took your charge, bruh.
Yeah, I was a fresh 18.
And she's in there for a minute. But she just came home when?
2022.
Oh, so she did about 4 years?
Yeah.
Oh, she really did it?
Yeah, 22 she came.
So like,
what you do for?
Did you feel any type of way?
Nah.
Nigga said nah.
Hell no, I ain't feel away.
Now, you notice in those clips, either men didn't check him on his insanity or they laughed. And honestly, that is why when men try to tell women that the majority of them aren't bad, I give pushback. Because even if you're not bad, do you ever try to check your bad friends or tell them that what they're doing is unforgivable? No, you don't. Men never want to hold each other accountable. The only people they want to hold accountable are black women. They want to be somewhere trying to tell black women that they need to be held accountable for wearing wigs or getting pregnant and deciding to keep the baby and be a present parent. But this isn't even about that. This is about recognizing a demonic man that has one purpose, and that is to destroy you. Now, before I get into it, let me give y'all a quick disclaimer. I do not know this man personally, and everything I'm about to say is my opinion. Everything is all alleged. Nothing is factual. I'm just speaking on the very crazy things that he says out of his own mouth. You see the disclaimer on the screen. Now, first of all, if you notice the man that was doing most of the crazy talking, his name is That's Cheap. If you notice, his eyes are very dead and very soulless and very blank. And if you watch the channel, I mentioned previously in so many different videos that men with eyes like this will put you in the dirt under the right circumstances. There are so many pictures of men who have unalived their mamas, baby mamas, girlfriends, fiancés, wives, and even children that have the exact same eyes that he has. And I'm going to tell you that in my opinion, this man is a man that has been overtaken by a demonic spirit. And I know that you're going to think that I'm being dramatic, but I really feel like red pill, this extreme misogyny, this desire to torture women whose only crime is liking a man, especially a man like this person, it is a truly demonic and evil ideology. And I don't think that we talk about how many men that are exactly like this. And although all men have a predisposition to behave this way, today we're going to speak about it from the lens of black men. Now, what I find is that there are so many black men who are scared to death to fight against white supremacy, to try to rise up in the ranks of men, seeing as though black men have the least societal power, have no institutions, no hospitals, no schools, etc., etc., etc. Nothing that they can look at as their own. They have made no strides or progress or improvement since the civil rights era, have made no meaningful progress in the last 50 years, and are still being strange-fruited. And instead of trying to go against their peers, dominate other men, they only go for the most unprotected woman, which is the black woman, to attempt to show dominance. That isn't true dominance. If you go for the weakest link, it's like me doing a weightlifting contest with a newborn and claiming that I'm the strongest because I'm able to lift more than a 3-week-old baby. That's insane, right? But you know what? I'm getting off track like way. So let me just keep going. What I find that is truly scary is that you have men that are conquered like this, and instead of getting a man who is truly to blame about how they feel about themselves, they choose to hurt women. And more specifically, hurt black women who are literally going through the same struggles and pain, and oftentimes even more than they are. You have a man that did not feel any grace or appreciation for his grandmother who sacrificed 4 years of her life in prison for him, which is really nutty. I've talked about this before on the channel in another video about this man, but I'm just going to say that his 18-year-old behind would have been in prison. Talking about a fresh 18. And yo, fresh 18 about to be in there. Don't drop the soap. But then to sit there and hear this man say that he gets aroused by seeing a woman cry over him or over some crazy stuff that he did to her, that is like serial killer, psychopath activity. To see a man say that he preys on weakness, that's something women have got to take note to, because he's not the only man who feels this way. I've seen so many videos saying that we know when you broke up, you're like a limping gazelle. We're gonna go ahead and attack y'all, and that way we can have sex with y'all and get rid of y'all because y'all are vulnerable and hurt. But these are the men that are talking about my goal as a man is I'm supposed to protect and provide. How are you protecting anybody if you are preying on women to hurt them and to use them? Makes no sense. Like, I don't understand how you can be the people that commit the majority of all violent crimes. All grapes are responsible for the destruction of society, no matter what country you're in, no matter where you're at on the continents. For you to say that and then turn around and say that, oh yeah, we're in charge of protection. What? Are you really serious? No, you're not. No, you are not. And, I just feel like this man, though, he may be one of the only men that will openly say these things, because there are so many men that do exactly what he's doing. They just don't let it come out of their mouth in that way because it's very distasteful to hear it like that. But once again, this is why when you hear men say that they enjoy seeing you hurt, they enjoy seeing you yelling and screaming and crying about something that they did to you, this is why you can never let a man get to you you can never let a man get you to that place. It's the same reason why when you see Blueface and those girls are crying and screaming, why are you talking to me like this? I love you. And he's just smirking and smiling, because a lot of men move just like that. And this is what I'm going to tell you that you should do if you're a woman. If a man has hurt your feelings, if he has broken you, you never let him see that. If he's hurting you, he's violating, don't send him no long message. Don't have a conversation. Don't try to explain to him how you're feeling and how bad he treated you. What you have to do is just drop him, ghost him, and move on and refuse to talk. That is, if you're looking for a way to make a man feel how you're feeling, that's the closest that you're going to get to. No contact, no talk. Don't tell him how you feel. Just complete disconnection. And even if you are upset and you got to cry, you need to do that on your own time. You need to go home, go in the shower, go in your bathroom, let all of those emotions out. But nobody should be able to see it, and definitely not that man, because they feed off of that. And a lot of men get off on control, because if a man can control your emotions, he can control how you feel. And if he can control how you feel, he can also control your actions and your behavior and get you to do what he wants at the end of the day. And then when you looked at the clips that I showed you, to see those men talk about if their wives or partners got sick, they would dip, while knowing they would expect undying loyalty from the woman, is crazy. And when you look at all of these statistics that say that women that get sick or that get cancer or they're not able to do what they used to do, their husbands start cheating or they leave. These are things that are documented that men do, but somehow they want to try to say, oh, a man sacrifices his happiness for his family. A woman sacrifices her family for her. The lies y'all tell. And this is why I truly feel that everything that men say about women and have said about women historically is simply a projection. When you hear men talk about emotions and how women are so emotional and they're illogical, that's not true at all. Women are very logical, and women are not the most emotional. Men are. Look at what's going on in society. We have wars, we have had genocides, we have had so many things just because men have gotten in their feelings about it. But nonetheless, let me just keep moving forward. All I'm saying is that you have to be careful about who you choose, because men are very biased. They have so many double standards. They expect loyalty from you while giving none. The same reason why you have men that will cheat on women and think, oh, well, why would you cheat on me? Why would you do me like that? You're supposed to be a lady and not do that, but I can get to do. You get what I'm saying? And any man that says that these things aren't true, you're just a liar. You really are. And then with all of these things that men will say, cheating, hurting a woman's feelings, putting his hands on her, dipping, if she gets sick. These are the men that will act flabbergasted at single women that say, I'm happy. I've been single for this amount of years and I've been living good. I feel happy. I'm healthy. I'm wealthy. My skin is flourishing. They'll say, oh, no. I know you're not happy. How could you be happy without a man in your life? What do you mean? Do you hear the things that y'all are saying that y'all are doing to women? What? Y'all are saying you're going to leave if I get sick after I've invested 5 and 10 years of my life with you. You're saying that you're going to cheat on me and break me down and hurt my feelings on purpose. Why the heck would any woman that is single be sad that she doesn't have to go through that? Make it make sense. And honestly, I believe that this is why violence against Black women is skyrocketing. Femicide, matricide, rape, essay of little Black girls, because this public dehumanization of Black women and the glorification of causing Black women pain is being broadcasted 24/7 to Black men and also young Black men and Black boys. This is happening. This is a brainwashing that you're seeing. And a lot of men, side note, a lot of men, like the man that's in these clips, that's cheap, he is an overweight, mediocre looking, and has a nasty, entitled attitude. And keep in mind that because he looks like that, that is the audience that he is pandering to. Other losers that are upset because they're not the men that they really want to be. And usually, these type of men know that they're the bottom of the barrel. So they prey on emotionally vulnerable women who have been hurt, and they take advantage of the insecurities that can arise from a man hurting you. And this is why if you are a woman and you're out here dating men, you don't tell a man what you like in a man. Never tell him, oh, I like a man to do this. I like a man to do that. I like a man that enjoys. Don't tell him none of that, because all he's going to do is fake like he's like that so that he can get access to you, more than likely sexually. So don't tell him what you like in a man. You let him show you what type of man he is, and then you can decide if he's the type of man that you want or not. And even more importantly, you don't ever tell no man what another man has done to you or put you through. And I know some women tell men this because they're hoping that he will have empathy or pity for them. But let me say, the majority of men, in my opinion, are unable to have empathy or sympathy for women because they don't view them as humans or as individuals. Which is why when a man's feelings is hurt, they think it's okay to unalive or hurt the woman that hurt them. But they can do the exact same thing to a woman, and she's supposed to not only suck it up, but she's supposed to stay with the man. Or when a woman or a girl gets essayed or unalive, the men are talking about what does she do to bring it on? And you never hear them do that with each other. So I just want you to know, if you're a woman, more than likely, you will never get empathy from a man. So don't expect it. Don't tell them nothing. And I'm going to give y'all a story time a little bit. I remember the first guy that I dated after my divorce. I told him, and this was before I had all the game that I have now, I told him that my ex-husband had cheated on me. And I told him, look, I just want you to know this in advance before you want me to be your girlfriend. Cool. But I just want you to know something. I will never let a man cheat on me and stay. Never. I left my husband, my ex-husband, and I'll leave you. And he was like, oh, I would never do that to you. I would never do that. I'm not that type of guy. Well, I think that y'all know what happened. He did it. And when I broke up with him, and I broke up with him the moment I found out, he was flabbergasted. He stalked me for quite a while, but then when he realized that I wasn't going, and I had also left the state that we was in, it was what it was. Because apparently he had told his friend that I had been cheated on before, so he thought that I would stay. And he was shocked that I didn't. Boy math. But what I'm saying is that a man will never listen to you and the pain that you're telling him and be like, you know what? That's so horrible, queen. I see that I empathize with you. I sympathize with you. I'm not going to do that. Stop it. That will never get anywhere with them. They're going to do what they're going to do regardless. So if he's a cheater, he going to cheat. I don't care what you tell him about what happened to you. You never look to a man for sympathy, because 9 times out of 10, you will never receive it. But let me just keep moving forward. I just really feel as if at some point in the Black community, we as Black women and Black men have got to pinpoint why so many Black men get pleasure out of hurting and harming and permanently damaging Black women. And then we'll turn around and say, why are all these women out here damaged? Oh, why do all these women out here have all of this baggage? Why don't you trust me? Why did it? What? And what's crazy to me is they get all of this pleasure out of harming and damaging Black women, but they not going to their oppressors doing nothing. They got smiles and handshakes for them. Yes, massa. Yes, massa. They're over there bragging about how their oppressors' daughters are the best in the world. Better than their mamas and their daughters. Claiming to be the most oppressed and saying that the Black man has it so hard. But butt kissing the people that they say are causing them the most harm. claiming to have it so hard and saying that everybody hates you, but then saying that you're the most wanted and the most desired man. Like, do you understand how many of the arguments that they put out in the world actually make no sense? Completely illogical arguments that have no reason to them. And let me just say, until we can pinpoint why black men want to torture the only other people that know what they're experiencing, more and more and more broken men like this will be birthed. And the black community will continue to be in complete and utter chaos. And in my opinion, I'm just getting tired of it because I'm coming across racist comments, racist videos every day, all day, 24/7. And they're always talking about, oh, black people are unaliving people. Black people are robbing. Black people are doing all of this. And when they say all of these things, it only ever applies if any of the stats are accurate. They only apply to black men, not black women. So it's crazy because we are tortured in the black community for loving or trying to stick by black men, tortured and harmed for not staying with black men, and also degraded in the world and being connected to black men for things that we're not even doing. It just doesn't make any sense. It's really crazy to be a black woman because you get all of this pressure, all of this smoke on you, and 90% of it is not even your fault. But let me just say, I believe that men like That's Cheap, and also the men that listen to this type of content, are possessed by a spirit of malice. I believe Satan the devil walks with them hand in hand. I really do. I truly believe that this man is being used by the devil to destroy the psyche of the black man and to permanently damage and scar the black woman. I believe that men like this are really going to, or not even really going to, they are right now, contributing to the end of the world as we know it. Have you ever seen this type of discourse or this type of disconnect between men and women? I'm not saying that men weren't wilding out and women weren't having problems, but this type of open, extreme hostility coming from all different races of men, mind you, and the things that they're saying, if you don't see that there's something different in the air, I don't know what to tell you. And let me just say, what is more demonic than wanting to hurt someone that is only trying to love you? You talking about B word this, B word that. I like to hurt women. I like for them to be sad. And these girls are willing to give your fugly looking behind a chance. That is purely demonic. You know, what is more demonic than taking pleasure in someone else's pain? Like I said, what is also more demonic than actually building a brand and a platform based on dehumanizing black women? Especially when you have a black grandmother that did 4 years in prison for something that you did. This is the face of evil, in my opinion. If you guys want me to talk more about this, because y'all let me know, because I really do think there is a spiritual component to this. Now, you know, I'm not here to push belief systems or religions on anybody. This is beyond that. We can just talk about good and evil. I don't know if you believe in the spirit world, if you believe in God and Satan. All I'm going to say is I do. And I truly believe that these men are demonic and that really they are walking hand in hand with the devil. I don't know what else to say, because if you don't see this, I don't know what to tell you. Like when you think about the men that have been listening to Red Pill, that have unalived their girlfriends, their baby mamas, even that one black man that unalived all of his kids because he was out there cheating. You got to think about these type of things, but let me not ramble too much. I'm just going to cut it here, y'all. I digress. If you watched this whole video and you truly enjoyed it, then please do me a favor and drop a 96 down below in the comments. And if you can't donate to my Cash App above to help support the channel, that's no problem at all. Just do your girl a free favor. Follow me on my second channel, Certified Overreactions. Follow your girl on TikTok. I do live stream there. Follow your girl here on YouTube. Become a member if you can, because if you do help and become a member, that helps me to make better content, because I got a lot of things that I want to do. I just can't do right now at this time. Also, if you really, really, really want to help your girl hype this video up, and go over there to my Patreon and become a member there. The link to my Patreon is on my community tab. You will see it. And as always, ladies, please, I love to hear from y'all, and I really want to know what y'all think about this. So please drop your thoughts, comments, and feelings down below.